Hello everyone.
everyone.
This is Charlene and Jay presents
Hear Me Out. 讲重点.
Okay, so we actually have this Telegram channel. Please scan this QR code. So we will provide a lot of latest property updates and also sometimes bounce out units, right?
Also units, that's right.
Do scan and stay tuned to all the property latest updates.
Before we start, how was our Ori prediction?
Oh yeah.
What do you think? Yeah,
Quite accurate, huh?
yeah, I think not bad. But then we didn't realize, I didn't expect that it could reach 86% on the first day.
The 3 bedrooms, right, at 3 p.m?
3 p.m, I think fully sold.
Fully sold.
Yeah, so later on we'll tell you which one was the one that was first to sell out, and also whether Elta will have the same behavior as well. Okay, so this video wise, if you want to know exactly which bedroom type and which detail you want to go into, in our description we'll actually write that down. Okay, so let's go with the project now, and that is
Elta.
Yes.
Elta at Clementi.
Yeah.
Okay, so the preview day is actually starting from 7 Feb, which is after Chinese New Year. So let you rest a while. Well, Chinese New Year, you can watch our video to analyze first, then go for the preview. Then the booking will start on 22 February.
Yes, 22 February. So in fact, on this date, there are some other launches as well, like Oreo at Tampines, Parktown Residences,
Parktown Residence at Tampines also.
Lentor Central also
Lentor.
coming up. Yeah, so in February wise, it's actually quite hectic for agents and also for consumers like you. So of course, during Chinese New Year, while our videos are out, make sure you go and look at it, go and watch through whichever that you're interested in. Alright, so if you really like our analysis, please help us like, subscribe, and share our video to the loved ones, your friends and families. Right, let's go into Elta.
Okay, so a brief introduction about Elta. Okay, it is developed combined by MCL and CSE Land. Have 2 blocks, also a high-rise development of up to 39 story. There are a total of 501 units TOP in 2029. As you can see here, the unit mix, the 2 bedrooms, right, and the 1+ study is only consists of about 20%.
Yep.
Yeah, then the 3 and bigger bedroom types are about 80%. So what does this tell you for this, Jay?
Okay, so I will say right now developers mostly they are concentrating on either the mid-size unit or the big-size units, because as developers they want to earn money lah. Next thing is also for Clementi, I realized that developers usually build the bigger units because this Clementi area is more for own stay buyers. And later on, we'll also share past transactions that we have seen. The 4 bedroom is actually quite popular in this area. So that is why the smaller units, this time developers are building lesser of them. Okay,
so MCL have a latest launch at Nava Grove. Okay, and it's also at near Clementi, Ulu Pandan area. Okay, and then they also partner with CDL for Tembusu Grand. So we will use based on these past developments from MCL to see how their pricing strategy will it be the same.
Of course, because MCL partners with CDL, so looking at how CDL performed for the Ori, I think MCL will also want the same kind of results. So for the pricing strategy, we will say that it's almost similar. It could be almost similar, and because of the building itself, it's also 2 blocks of high-rise units lah. Okay, so pricing itself we'll share on how MCL previously priced before and right now how they'll price.
This is another developer, CSE, also a renowned developer, and they did Twinview and Verdell. So this is actually the first harmonized project in Clementi, also the last plot you can find. So why is it important and what is the benefits of being the last plot of land?
Okay, being the last plot of land, I would say for people who like newest stuff. Okay, like today if you are buying a car and you have the budget to buy the newest, of course you'll go for the newest one. Yeah, and being the last plot means that in the near future or even like a 10 years period, you will not have any competitors around you. Because everybody will compare which project TOP first, how old is it, whether the inside of the project, is it well maintained, is the sinking fund starting to come in, that kind of thing. So being the last plot means you are the newest in this area. And now the benefit is also, this is the first harmonized project in Clementi itself. That means to say you do not have to pay aircon ledge per square foot, okay, for your purchase price. And this will make the pricing really attractive in terms of quantum.
So then another thing that we have to look at, we focus on the master plan. So master plan itself, you see, many E. So what is this E? It's actually education. So what does this tell you? If you're surrounded by a lot of education hubs, as a parent especially, yeah.
So as a parent, I would say if today my kids, I have 2 kids for example, I'm planning for their primary school, secondary and tertiary, I do not want to move a lot. This Clementi, this is where I will want to consider because in the next maybe about 10 to 15 years, I can really stay put and structure my family planning properly without having to move here and move there.
Yeah. Then secondly, you can look at the Clementi area. Not only is surrounded by a lot of education hubs, right, schools, right, you're also surrounded with a lot of hawker centers, amenities.
Yeah, so for the local demand, there's actually quite a lot of them, especially from these $1 million HDBs that we have in Clementi. We are actually surrounded just beside Clavon itself. Over here, we actually have all the $1 million HDBs coming up. They have yet to MOP but once this MOP, that definitely will be the $1 million new record breakers And for them to stay back in the same area, they only have 3 plots of land to consider, and newest will be Elta.
Okay, then let's talk about the site plan itself. So this is actually Elta, the site plan. Okay, there are 2 facing. One is you are facing the Clementi Nanhua school site. Okay, the other will be the AYE Expressway facing. Okay, like just now we mentioned, the project beside us is Clavon and Clement Canopy. So we will take a very huge reference, especially from Clavon, because it is actually just TOP in 2024. And it's the second newest among these.
Yep. So you can see, if let's say we compare to Clavon itself, you can see Clavon, more or less, they have only 2 facings, 2 kinds of facings. Alright. And for Clement Canopy, it's also 2 facings only. Okay. Both of them are more north-south facings. Okay. If I draw out the direct, this is the north. This is south. So you can see for Elta itself is actually quite tilted. Alright. So if the north is here, that means there are some units that will get a bit of west sun, some units will get a bit of east sun. Alright. So very funny why developer will put it this way, but main thing is what they want to do is to make sure we have the views. Okay. Once you clear certain heights, you'll definitely want the views. You don't want to pay like the same price or even higher price to see the same thing. So if you see the site plan itself, this is why the blocks are actually tilted in a way. Okay?
Correct. Especially for own-stay buyers, they will prefer, and high-rise development, views are very important. So let's see the views. If you're facing the AYE, this is from the roof level. Yeah,
at the top you can see a bit of the reservoir view. That's the West Coast area also.
Okay, then take a look at the facing the Nanhua School, Clementi Avenue 1. So a bit of like an unblocked view as well.
So on block 12, you will actually have this facing of overseeing Nanhua all the way to the city view. Okay, so for this, I would say it will be quite different from Ori. Because Ori, we mentioned before, the front and back, actually you face buildings. You cross certain heights, you have an unblocked view, but what you see is all buildings. But over here, one side you actually see the city view, the other side you can actually oversee landed, and also you touch a little bit of the reservoir itself. So for the premium facing itself,
any premium loaded?
Any premium loader, that's the $1 million question. But I would say, in order to have the same behaviors and selling rate as the Ori, developers might not put in a premium. This is so that 没有比较没有伤害嘛。有比较 later nobody wants to buy the Nanhua facing side, then they will be stuck with units. So I will definitely think that on launch day itself there will not be any premium in terms of the facings.
The break-even price will be about 2,156 per square foot. Okay, which is this one. Okay, but we will take very close reference because which recently launched as well, also by MCL, is Nava Grove, and also a harmonized project. And the break-even price is almost similar. is 2,120 per square foot. So using this, right, we can gauge that Nava Grove should have estimated about the same pricing strategy, especially when it's same developer as well.
Same developer.
Yeah. So how much will be the break-even price of the profit margin that they will price for their starting? Okay, from Nava Grove, they actually price at about 6% starting price. We can estimate that Elta will also be about 6%.
Yep.
Yeah. Then we will use about 2,200 per square foot.
Yeah, so if you add in 6%, it should be about 2,285. But if, let's say, developers want to price it very attractively, they might price it 2,200 or even maybe 2,1 something on the high side, closer to 2,2. Because they want to break the perception where they are pricing it too high. They want to attract people to come over. So definitely, I feel there will be units starting from 2,1, maybe 90 or 2,18 plus.
Of course, there are 1-2 units.
1-2 units only. Then after that, you will jump to 2,2 already. So average pricing, we will actually guess it should be about 2,005. Then the high floor, if you put on the premium itself, it should reach 2,007. So 2,007 in this region, I think never seen before. Unless you compare to Jayden itself, Jayden already crossed 2,008. Alright? Yep. So if let's say Elta has a high floor unit, 2007 range, I think still can buy. Because Jayden already reached that 2008. Yep. Okay, so let's see how did they price their Nava Grove before.
Okay. So just now we were mentioning about will it be premium loaded on the facing or will it be on the floor itself? Okay, so MCL actually priced their premium mainly on the per floor jump.
Yep.
So how they actually price is for 2 bedroom, the per floor jump is actually average about 0.5%.
Yep.
Bigger bedroom type is about 0.4%. But sometimes, right, when you clear certain level, there will be additional premium loaded. So this one, we actually analyze that they have 3 different stages that they add in the additional premium, which is at 1%.
Yep. So usually you cross certain views, you will see a double jump. Okay. So if we go into the quantum itself, this was Nava Grove. Nava Grove started from 2,224. That's the 6% from break-even price. Okay. But we want to see for Elta, okay, if let's say they really start from 2,2, okay, you see all the yellow prices. This is only the guide price coming from us. This is not from developers. Just to disclaimer first. Okay, so you can see the 1 bedroom is starting from 1.113 and then 2 bed 1 bath 1.35, etc. But the average, you should pay attention more to the average prices over here. Okay, average price for 1 plus study will be about 1.2, 1.3 already. Okay, for the 5 bedroom over here, we are looking at about 4.4. So how did we come up with this kind of pricing? I want to show you. Okay, because at Ori itself, we realized that a lot of people are guessing prices and everybody were asking a lot about prices. And developers did not give the exact price until the very morning of the launch day. Okay?
Yep.
Because agent they purchased first, but they didn't release the pricing so soon.
Yep.
So in a way, we sort of guess how they price their properties already, price their units. So we guess it was 0.4, 0.5% range, and truly it came out like that. So if we use the same strategy into Elta itself, this is the starting from prices that we have. Okay, so from the starting from prices, we add the 0.4, 0.5%, and then we round to the nearest 1,000. Okay, this is how developers will usually use the per floor jump. For the extra premium, it will be double of that per floor jump. Okay, so that's why we derive from level 10. Okay, this will be the estimated pricings, level 20 and level 39. So level 10, you will have this extra premium jump, 1 of them. Then level 20, you will have 2 of the extra premium jump. And you clear 30 floors, definitely you will face 3, at least 3 . And if you can see those in the grey areas, these are the estimated PSF according to all these prices. So we can see that with a 6% profit margin, is about 2,283, 2,285, that kind of range. Quite accurate, level 10. Okay, and then when we go to the higher floor, it's closing to 2,007 PSF already. So right now, if you want to do your homework first, you can use the mid-range, which is level 20. All these prices, you can use it. to go and calculate on your affordability first. Okay, if you want the exact floor level like level 15 or level 18, level 28 for example, reach out to us. I show you how we calculate out all these prices and do a breakdown for you lah.
These projects are in District 5 itself, and the newest in Clementi will be Clavon, which just now we mentioned we will use a lot of reference from Clavon. Okay, so Clavon, they have already accepted 2,300 per square foot. Okay, Clavon. Then Park Clementi is also at 2,350 per square foot. So with these, right, we will use a lot of reference to compare with Elta.
So if Elta launched at 2002, I would say the low floor units are very attractive because new launch versus a resale project, new launch is cheaper.
And new launch I always have a premium. Later we will show you why.
Okay, so for this one, we want to show you the chart that I plucked out from Ori. This is on launch day after agent purchase and VVIP purchase. You can see how actually people buy from. Okay, did they buy from the mid floor first, low floor first, or the high floor first? You can see practically the high floor more or less untouched. Okay, and when we monitor on the VVIP purchase day, we realize that a lot of people started from the mid floor. They buy mid floor first. Because this kind of pricing never seen before, people are also scared. Whether should I buy low floor or buy high floor? So if they are uncertain, to be safe, they just buy the middle first. So for Elta itself, I would say for the bigger unit types, like those 2+ study and above, bigger unit types, definitely people will choose from the middle first. Okay, but if you can see for the 1+ study, the smaller unit types, 1+ study and 2-bed 1 bath, people will go from the bottom first. Like this one, they go from the bottom first. B1 also will go from bottom up. Why? Because in Clementi, the rental rates are quite attractive. The rental yields will be good if you buy from the lower up. Okay, if you buy mid-floor, then you are actually losing out on your good queue, your queue numbers. But I would definitely say, because Ori, the queue went to 2,200 over, and there were still people queuing up to buy the high floor units. So I would say for Elta itself, even if you get like 2,000 over queue numbers, don't be discouraged. You can still come down. There will still be units for you to choose from. It's either whether you should buy the unit that you are targeting or you should upsize or downsize. That one we will discuss with you later on this video.
Which is why this video is very important, so continue to watch. Before I share with you about the 1+ study layout, we want to talk about the rental. Just now you were mentioning about why is it that rental in Clementi area, why is the rental yield so high?
So first thing, because we are near Buona Vista, we are near all the, Buona Vista is, and One North, right now people term it as the Silicon Valley of Singapore. That's where all the businesses are, like Shell, all the very big business are there. And we will have expats who are trying to work there and want to live in that area. But for One North, Buona Vista, the rental rates can be quite high. So the second option they will go to is Clementi already. So Clementi will get this kind of spillover effect from these tenants. And that's why the property here usually make quite good rentals. And 1+ study, definitely you want to focus on the rental yield. If the rental yield doesn't make sense, then please stay away from it. So we'll show you.
So we'll show you how we mentioned about the rental yield. We will take Clavon as reference also. Average rental is at 3,600. I will check the level 4. The rental is at 3,600. For Jay, what do you think Elta rental will be like?
I would say maybe you add about $100-$200 because for the 1+ study, I would say the unit will not differ so much from Clavon itself. So just by being new, I think you just add about $100-$200. I think that's quite safe to assume. So we can take a 3,008.
We go to the floor plan of 1+ study first. Proper study area. You can convert into a storeroom, proper kitchen, then a good size master bedroom and living dining area. There's only one stack and there's only 36 units. Okay, so every unit floor type, right, we will put this starting from price and the average price. So like just now Jay mentioned, we will use more on the average price to tell you about the estimation. So let's talk about the rental yield here.
So 3,008 for example, Okay, we times 12, then we divided by the average price 1265 lah. This will give us maybe about 3.6% rental yield. Yeah. So 3.6 to 4% is considered good lah. If anything below 3%, it's quite risky lah. Okay, so meaning to say, if today you get some units, when it's up to your queue already, you must check whether the price makes sense or not. You use 3,008 as the estimated rental for your future. Then you see whether it fetches you anything above 3% or not. Okay, if it's anything close to 3 or below 3, I would say you try to consider upsizing to another unit. Low floor, never mind, but you upsize to maybe 2 bed, 1 bath. Because if not, you will find yourself stuck. Okay, if you get something too expensive for 1+ study. So just to share, I have a unit at Avenue. Okay, so when it TOPs, there were a lot of units coming out to rent. So what happens is people try to rent out at break-even price. Break-even price meaning they take their monthly interest plus their MCST plus their property tax. Good enough already. They just want to cover that. Then maybe cover a little bit for furnitures. They are good enough. So we see Avenue 1 bedroom going for $4,000. So my owner, my landlord, chooses to from their expectation of 5,500 at first, they want to make some money. In the end, they just reduce also to 4,001. Because once TOP, there will be a lot of units coming out, and if you cannot sustain your break even, then that's your losses already. So make sure for 1+ study, don't buy too expensive. If you want to go to 2 bed 1 bath.
Correct.
Right? So we also want to take reference to Clementi, how much their 1+ study is going for, and versus our Elta, how much is it going for? Because if let's say we buy too much away from them, then we give ourselves a lot of troubles. Okay, so we can see those is 1.1 million. Okay, and for sale right now, they are also asking about 1.1, 1.2, 1.12 to 1.25. That's the highest. Alright, so we can see that there's only 13 listings for sale right now, and this is quite rare to 1+ study where there's only 13. Because usually you will see all the entire stack, or maybe about 70-80% of the available 1+ study is on sale or on rent. If we see on rent, there's only 3 listings. This shows us that for a resale 1+ study, there's a lot of demand both on the rental side and also for the selling side. There's a lot of demand because people just want to buy something for investment purpose as a second property to hold. So Clementi, very rare. If you really want to buy something out of these 13 units, okay, you can try your luck to get the best price possible, but there's only 13. But in Elta, we have 36. Okay, so for the profitable transactions that we see from Clementi for the 1+ study, is actually about 124 to about 232. That's quite a good profit for a 3 to 4 years holding period. Alright, so why there is so much profit for them compared to other estates wise is because the rental attracts a lot of investors, and when there's a lot of demand, this naturally will push up prices and they will get to sell at a good price. Alright, so today if you buy something at Elta 1+ study, 3-4 years down the road, if you see a surge in demand for your properties, and you can let go at about 200,000 profit, I think it's a good time for you to let go and maybe flip to another property already. Okay, but of course people will ask, Clementi is selling at about 1 million, then Elta is about 1.265.
Average 1.265.
So why would people still want to buy Elta? That's the big question. Okay, so I just want to show you for a resale versus a new launch, what is the main difference? Okay, let's say I use Clementi at 1.12 million. Alright, taking the full loan or 75%, the monthly mortgage will be about 3,003. Alright, and the interest that we are paying is over here 1,007 to 1,008. Okay, based on a 2.55% interest. Alright, so if you buy Clementi today, you are unable to get a tenant, for example. This is the total amount that you are bearing every month. Every month that you lose out, you're actually losing this 3,003 plus your maintenance fee. Alright, but if we go into Elta, if you buy a 1-bedroom in Elta, what happens is I use a 1.265 million over here. Okay, the interest rates I use 3.3% over here. Okay, you can see for the interest, for the first interest that you are paying is only 172. Even up to TOP is only 2,000. Okay, so in this 3 years period, actually the way that you are paying, or I would say the risk that you have is only maximum about $2,000 compared to Cleveland, where it's 3,003. Okay, so this is for you to consider. Go into Cleveland for immediate rental, or you want to go into Elta to just wait for the capital appreciation. Alright, so there's always one thing that we have to keep in mind. When you buy properties, you don't just look at the profits, but also look at the value itself. Why today, if you go into Cleveland, okay, at 1.1 million for example, alright, and then you go into Elta, you go into Elta at 1.3 million. Okay, on a bad market, for example, in a bad market 3-4 years down the road, Cleveland people who bought in at maybe 900,000, can they let go at 1 million? They can. Okay, in order for them to just let go of their property and move to somewhere else, they can let go at 1 million. If you purchase at 1.1, then your value dropped to 1 million. But today, if you buy Elta at 1.3 million, there are a lot more people who bought together with you. So definitely your price will not drop so drastically to 1 million, for example. You could just sell at 1.3 or even at 1.305. Ultimately, you are using the next 3-4 years to build up the value of your asset. 3-4 years down the road, you might only end up at 1 million, or if you make a better choice, you end up with a 1.305 million property. Okay, so remember, buy value, don't buy just the profits. Because when you think of profits, the next question you'll ask yourself is, how much will I lose?
Correct.
If the market is bad.
And
okay.
It's also protecting your risk as well. Okay, so we'll go straight to 2-bedroom now. So 2-bedroom, there are 3 different types: 2-bed 1-bath, 2-bed 2-bath, and 2+ study. Bath, one is Clementi Avenue 1 facing type B1, another is type B2 AYE facing. To be honest, not much of a difference. It's both dumbbell layout. Okay, only difference is that B2 have a slightly staggered, so you won't be, when you step in here, you will have a bit more privacy as compared to the full dumbbell layout, where you can, across the living dining area, right, you can see all the rooms. But does it really matter?
I think for 2-bed 1-bath, usually is buying for investment and rental.
So come back to rental.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, so tenant really don't care about the privacy or not. Most importantly, investment must make sense. So back to using Cleveland as an example. Cleveland, we check about the past rental is about approximately 4,000, averagely 4,300. Okay, layout wise, also not much of a difference. And enclosable kitchen, same as Elta. Then let's look at the price. One past transaction, averagely 1.3 mil. Highest cross is 1.34. Let's count the rental now. Rental yield. Rental at 4,300 times 12 over, let's say we take the
1.3?
average 1.3. Okay, the average rental yield will be about 3.9%. Yeah.
That's quite attractive.
Correct. So then now we calculate based on the average rental from Elta using the average transaction price. Okay, so let's take 1.535. Average rental will be
4,005?
About 2 to 300 again. 4,005, you average out, your rental yield will be 3.5%.
Not too bad.
So what's the pricing strategy if you want to go for 2-bed 1-bath?
So 2-bed 1-bath, because we have 2 facings, alright, so definitely I would say go for the AYE first. Alright, if let's say there's a difference in premium, the AYE one will definitely be more much cheaper compared to the Clementi Avenue one. But if there's no difference, of course you choose the Clementi Avenue one first before you choose the AYE facing. Okay, so low floor definitely is the priority. Go for low floor first. But I would say if let's say you don't have a bulk purchase or you are not a VVIP, tenancy is low floor, you don't have chance to buy it. Okay, go for the mid floor at least. Okay, mid-floor. But once you cross certain amount, I will say you go and consider 2 bed, 2 bath.
Correct. So same thing, we limit ourselves to count the rental yield, make sure it doesn't drop below 3%, right?
Yep.
So for 2 bed 1 bath, just buy as low and as cheap as possible.
Yep.
Now let's go to 2 bed 2 bath, both types at 700 square feet. Both similar, also two dumbbell layouts. Okay, only difference is just the longer foyer area for B4P.
Yep. But overall, the square feet is the same lah. So
overall same, yeah.
Just make sure you know the pricing. Average pricing 1.75. Okay, for a 700 square feet unit. Alright. So we want to see for Clermont itself. Okay, how much did they make for a 2 bed 2 bath? It's about 300 over 1,000 which is very attractive for 2 bedroom. And you can see the holding period again. They bought in at 2020. They sold 2024. So about 4 years period, they earn about 300,000. Good investment. And you see for the layout wise, not much difference from Elta. So today, if let's say you can't find anything in Clermont and you want to make use of the progressive payment, you can go for Elta. Okay, because the profits that you earn is very attractive. 300 over 1,000. Current listings in Clermont, you can see is 71 listings. That's a lot. Okay, and for Elta itself, you can see for the B1 and B2, this is the estimated pricing. On the high end is 1.6 million, mid-range 1.4, 1.5, starting from about 1.4, 1.35 million. Okay, so going back to the current listings, you can see averagely they are asking about 1.5 million. So at the same quantum, you can buy either Clermont or you want to buy Elta. So one thing you need to take note is, if let's say you are going to cross in your queue, you are going to cross 1.7 million, then maybe you should walk away from this 2 bed 2 bath already, because once you hit 1.7 million with so many listings over here, and it takes time to clear 71 listings. If let's say it takes 3 years, and by the time you TOP, how much do you want to sell for that kind of 300,000 profit? You need to sell 2 million. 2 million, by then there are still people selling at let's say 1.8 with the same layout, and the age is just 3-4 years difference. I would say you might find yourself stuck over here. So 1.7 million, I would say, or anything below 1.8, you can consider. Alright, try not to stretch above that. If you are stretching above that, try to go for the 2 plus study already.
Correct. I recommend to go for 2 plus study if it's above 1.7. Okay, 2 plus study, this is 807 square feet and is considered quite a very big 2 plus study layout, right?
Because Ori is 700 square feet only.
Correct. And actually both are harmonized project.
Yep.
Yeah, so for Elta to be 807 square feet, actually difference is this area, a bigger dining and living area. So when resale value time, right, you'll make your whole house look even bigger than it is.
Yep. So the show flat is actually showing this 2 plus study, and once you enter into the dining space, you will feel that it's not like a normal 2 bedroom anymore.
Yeah.
It's quite spacious. So this is where the 100 square feet plays a part in this layout itself. There are other layouts where 100 square feet extra might not be total usable space.
Correct.
So for harmonized project, this is the essence of it. Anything that you see, any square feet that you see is increased. It's all usable and livable space. So I would say for this 800 square feet, it doesn't necessarily means that it's more expensive than Ori. It could be priced even the same. As we can see from the starting from, it should be about 1.75, 1.77. So the average will also be roughly the same as Ori's average. So having a bigger square feet means, at the same quantum, means that your per square feet is lower. For this one, it really stands out as a 2 plus study. So one more thing is actually there's no supply of 2 plus study in Clermont. So if let's say next time people who can't afford a 3 bedroom, for example, and they need a 2 bedroom minimum plus a study space in their house, the only place that they can find in the area will be Elta. So when there's no supply or little supply, when there's a moderate demand, it usually will help you push your price upwards because you only have the unit, and whatever price that you want, people will naturally want to go with you.
this 2 plus study, there are only one stack and only 36 units. So it's even more attractive with that little supply.
So I would say for this 2 plus study, would it be the most popular in this launch, Elta?
Yes, the top choice, I would think that maybe 2 plus study will definitely be the one that will be sold out first.
But for Ori, when we were at launch day, what we saw was the 2-bed 2-bath went out first, sold out first, followed by the 2 plus study, then the 2-bed 1-bath. Yeah, so in Clementi itself, we will see that there might be a little difference. People might go for this 2 plus study first, because for their 2-bed 2-bath, there's a huge competition at Clermont side. So people might not want to join in this competition. So they go for 2 plus study where there's a lack of supply first. Really cannot buy any 2 plus study, then they settle for 2-bed 2-bath. And really don't have, then they go for the low floor 2-bed 1-bath. Anything mid floor or high floor for 2-bed 1-bath, I think people might usually have a my block. That 2-bed 1-bath, maybe I cannot earn that much. So let's see whether this is accurate on launch day for Elta.
Correct.
Yeah.
Let's go to 3-bedroom. Okay, 3-bedroom. This is a C1 Classic Compact at 926 square feet. Total 2 stacks only at 72 units. Okay, so proper kitchen, proper room and dining area without any yard and WC. Okay, then downside that one of the bedroom 3, right, is facing the other side. So it's not together, facing the same side. Okay, so this might, because one is at stack 4 and stack 9, so one might have east or west sun.
Right,
so that's the downside.
For priority, for you to prioritize, if let's say you are going for a C1 compact, a 3-bedroom compact, I will definitely want to choose this stack first, which is the stack 4. Stack 4 first, because what you get is only east sun. Then after that, then you go for the west sun.
Correct. And for 3-bed, the starting from price is 2 mil, average at 2.3 is considered quite affordable, yeah?
Quite affordable. Right now, all the 3 compact units are all going at this kind of pricing at 2 million, 2.1 million. Ori was at 2.1.
And it's the first that got sold out at.
That one was crazy. Everybody was fighting for the unit. And when bounce out unit, I remember there was about 50 to 70 people.
77 units.
77, fighting for just one bounce out 3 compact unit that is on 32nd floor. So you see, for high floor, high rise building, even though the quantum might be quite high, people are still chonging for 3 compact.
Correct.
But one thing we also want to draw relevance to Clermont.
Clermont.
Okay, so Clermont, you can see, is more of the conventional layout where all the bedrooms faces one side. Okay, very much like a 4-room HDB, very standard. But you can see the prices over here, what they have transacted already crossed 2 million. Okay, highest about 2.1. Yeah, 2.1 is the highest right now. So you can see for a new launch Elta versus a resale Clermont, the price actually match up already. There's actually no gap. And today, if you want to buy a 3-bedroom, for example, if you choose Clermont, one thing, of course, you have to take into consideration the interest. Next thing is 3-bedroom, usually people renovate to their own liking already. Today, if you want a blank canvas to renovate to your own liking and to stay for the next 10 to 15 years, I think Elta will make more sense. Because renovating a 3-bedroom like that will easily cost you 100 to 150,000. Using that kind of cash, you might as well go for Elta.
Newer.
Although the layout might be slightly different from this conventional one, but of course, once you take into consideration the renovation and the interest payable, I would say Elta makes more sense. Okay, this is the chart that we came out from the app that we have. Okay, you can see for District 5, okay, I use District 5, resale versus a 3-bed. Alright, we want to see whether Elta prices sensitive or not. Okay, so last time in 2015, we can see that the gap is about 3 to 4% for a resale versus a new launch. Recently, before Elta's launch, this goes up to about 30% already. The gap is from a new to a resale is 30%. But from what we saw just now, the estimated pricing versus Clermont's pricing, there's almost no gap anymore.
Zero gap.
So I can say for people looking for 3 compact, now is the time to look at Elta. because Elta will be the first harmonized project and the last ever project in Clementi Avenue 1. And with this kind of price gap, it's definitely very attractive. Next thing we want to compare also, alright, we want to see whether 3 bedrooms here make money or not. Okay, we can see from the Clermont side, they earn about how much? About 500,000.
Yeah.
500,000 with a holding period of from 2020 to 2024. 4 years, 3-4 years period, once they clear their SSD, they sell already. So still a lot of investors in this area, because that means they never stay here at all. People buy for investment also. So today these 3 compact could be an investment tool for you as well. Alright, we also compare to the Clement Canopy. Okay, why I pull out this Clement Canopy is because people always like to compare new launch versus resale. Okay, you can see last time at 2021, okay, Clement Canopy was transacting about 1.5-ish. Alright, but 2020 over here, this is Clermont, also transacting about 1.5-ish. So that time people also have this dilemma, should I go for the new one or go for the old one? Right now, same thing, Elta and Clermont, same price. So which one should you go for? With Clermont showing that you can earn a 500 over 1,000, I would think Elta is quite safe to go into as well, especially when you are staying in Clementi, the educational belt, where people don't sell upon TOP. Usually they would just want to stay inside.
Alright. So now Clermont Elta is like repeating the same cycle.
Yeah, and you can see the current listings right now for a 3 compare. In Clermont, only 3 listings. You want to fight for these 3 listings and give people the profit? I don't think so. You definitely want to buy something to earn yourself first hand.
Okay, now we go to the 3-bedroom premium. Okay, Type C 2P is a 1,023 square feet, 1 stack only with 36 units. Okay, this one is also a dumbbell layout 3-bedroom. So it's all coming back, this 3-bedroom dumbbell layout. Okay, very efficient. This study, right, you can convert it into a storeroom area or helper's room area. So there's a flexibility on it. Wet and dry kitchen, functional bedroom as well. Then this extra bedroom 3, right, you can actually convert like into a junior master.
Okay, so let's compare.
Again, to Clermont.
To Clermont, again, a conventional layout. What they have is the store. So in Elta, they give you this flexible space. It's a study. You can also convert to a store, convert to a utility room. Okay, but I think one plus point about Elta will be the junior master idea. Because there are people who can't afford 4-bedroom for junior master, then they just settle for 3-bedroom. So Elta, MCL, they're good enough. They give you this junior master option. If you don't want, just convert it back to a normal bedroom. But one thing we also want to see the prices. Right now for Clermont is about 2.3, 2.4. Okay, whereas for Elta, we are looking at about starting 2.2. So we are actually in the correct range. Same price again, no price gap compared to Clermont. Profits, you can see is also a very healthy profits, 500 over 1,000. Okay, and within a 4 years holding period. So in Elta, I would say the 3-4 bedrooms you can, if you choose, you have this budget to go for investment for this quantum, go ahead, it's very safe. Because you won't meet a lot of competitions when it comes to the resale market when you're looking to sell.
Okay, now let's move on to 4 bedrooms. 4 bedrooms, 2 different types. Type D1, 1184 square feet. Okay, only 36 units, AYE facing. And D2P premium at 1,313 square feet. Okay, facing the Nanhua School. One stack, 36 units.
Okay, so the difference over here, this junior master. Okay, this junior master is the main difference that we have. Alright, because the rest, all we have is store, bathroom, then store. And this one comes with additional bathroom. Okay, so today if you really need a junior master, I would say this D2P is quite popular. Okay, only 1 stack. Okay, 4 bedroom, usually people want a junior master already, because highly likely they might have their in-laws staying with them, helping to take care of their children, etc. And this junior master really helps a lot. Alright, so this is just whether you need or don't need that junior master only. Okay, for the prices itself, Clermont, we also have a 4-bedroom. Okay, this is the smaller 4-bedroom where they have a store, the 4th bedroom facing the other side. The profits itself, quite attractive, about 600,000 already. holding period, a lot of investors buy for 3 to 4 years, then they let go already. They don't even want to stay themselves just to flip. Today they only put in about 2 million. That time maybe it's only about 500,000. 500,000 they earn 600,000. It's like their ROE is 100%. Yeah, quite good. Okay, so D3K, dual key. This is the highlight.
This dual key, right, is actually the same size as the D2P just now we mentioned, 1,313 square feet. This extra room, but some buyers scared to go into dual key because they feel that the price will be higher. But then this time, the developer actually did it at the same size. So what does it tell you?
Okay, so for dual key itself, you can see for the D2P and D3K, they are all same size 1313. Starting from prices should be about 2.9 million thereabouts. Highest you will go to is about 3.5 million. So how would you buy, if today you are looking for a 4-bedroom plus study, which one should you go for first? Okay, of course, people will definitely go for the conventional one where they have more assurance that this is not out of the norm. Okay, but I would say for Elta, if let's say you have this budget, for the same budget, you can buy 2 different kinds. And it really means a lot of flexibility for buyers. Why? Because today, if you don't need that 4th bedroom yet, okay, you can actually rent out this part first.
Right.
When you want to sell, then you take back the unit. Take back the 1 studio unit. But also, if let's say you choose to stay inside, this does not differ much from a normal 4-bedroom because this part of the studio you can convert to your kitchen, your master. Becomes your master. You come home straight away, you go inside your master. Then this room itself becomes a junior master. This room also can become a junior master, all connected to a bathroom. So I would say this dual key is very attractive because it's the same size, it might be priced the same, and there's only 1 stack facing south. So higher floor units, definitely this dual key unit is a no-brainer. You should go in. Compared to Ori, their dual key is much bigger than their normal 3-bedroom. That's why a lot of people have the mind block of going into dual key in Ori. So dual key was the last to go during the launch. But in Elta, I would say this should go hand in hand with the normal 4+ study already. So this is the 4+ study we were talking about. Alright, so the study is over here. Okay, which gives you the flexibility of having your helper staying here instead of the household shelter. So study over here, you can see that the wall is a thin wall, so you can actually hack and reconfigure it to your own liking. You want it to become a display also can. Alright, so the prices should be starting about 3.3, average 3.7. Alright, comparing to Clermont, okay, you can see this is the highest profits clock in Clermont, 900,000. And
also 3-4 years holding.
3-4 years holding period. Over here, the people quite funny one. Really buy for investment. And with this quantum, how much? 2 million at that time in 2020, 2 million is a lot. Okay, but this one comes with all the study that you need. So it doesn't differ much. Okay, ours also we have a study. Then the bedrooms, I like the bedrooms over here because it's all connected to the bathroom. Whichever rooms you want it to convert to a junior master, you can do it. And you look at the master wardrobe. Finally, the ladies have more space to put their own things. So this small one for guys, for males.
Yep.
So ladies have a whole stretch. And one thing very special, his and her sink.
Correct.
In the 4+ study. Yeah, nowhere else I think there is this kind of layout.
And Clermont don't have
a his and hers.
His and hers and the connected bathroom for 2 bedrooms, right?
Yeah, so this really stands out. If you really want to go for a 4+ study here, I would say this is the very rare product. Okay, and this is another 4+ study in Clermont. What's so special about this one?
Because there is a private lift.
Private lift for a 4+ study.
Yep.
Okay, so all the rooms are the same. Okay, with a study and a junior master. The only difference is actually this private lift. So whether or not you need this private lift is another thing. So this one is selling at 3.3 million now. 3.3 million is the same price as our 4+ study right now. Okay, so depends on whether you want this private lift more, or you want your rooms to be connected to a bathroom more.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so since it's in the same area, I think it's really up to people to choose lah. Okay, now finally our 5-bedroom.
5-bedroom, the large white dining living space that all 5 bedrooms should have. Okay, all the bedrooms are connected to the bathroom. Junior master here, and the bedrooms here connected to the bathrooms. Another bedroom here.
Junior master.
Okay, 2 junior master. Okay, then the master bedroom, you see, again very important, a big wardrobe space, and his and her sink. Okay, downside is, because 5-bedroom usually there will be private lift.
Luxurious.
People want to go in and feel atas. Yeah, so this is just the only downside, that there is no private lift as compared to Clermont.
Okay, so Clermont, it comes with a private lift, no doubt. Okay, but you can see that the dining area, this one is a long table. If you go into Elta show flat, the 5-bedroom is actually a round table. It's like a restaurant like that. So once you enter the unit, actually you will feel quite grand inside the unit itself. And I would not say about the rooms, because all the rooms over here, you have 2 rooms that is not connected to the bathroom. Okay, whereas for Elta, you have all the rooms connected to a bathroom. And over here, a powder room is for your guests. Okay, if they really need to do some washing, behind also got a WC over here. So I would say the toilets wise, there's so many, and every room is an ensuite. So 5-bedroom over here, if you don't mind about the private lift, this is the layout, or this is the type that you should go for.
So it all comes to the same, whether you want to choose to have more bathroom or choose to have more private lift. So Elta is more of functionality lah.
Functionality, you can see from the 4+ study on to the 5-bedroom, all the rooms are all connected to the bathroom. Okay, but the one thing in mind that I feel might be a mind block for a lot of people will be the pricing, because it starts from 3.9 all the way up to maybe 4.5 million. Okay, whereas for this Clermont 5-bedroom, let's see how much they are selling for. Only 2+ million right now. This one is they bought the price at 2+ million, 2.5. Imagine next time if you buy this Elta, okay, let's say a 4 million, you want to sell it for a profit like a 4-bedroom, maybe you want to sell 4.6 million. Okay, but people in Clermont, if they sell 4 million, they already earn about how much? 1.5. Yeah, so of course 5-bedroom, not at the same time a lot of units will be available. Okay, if you can choose to have part sell, part stay kind of strategy. Okay, once the good pricing comes in, you just sell. But if you want to sell together with Clermont's people, you might find difficulty lah, because what they have is a private lift for the luxurious people. And you see for the wardrobe space, and his for the bathroom is also quite big. They have a bathtub one. Okay, so I would say if let's say both on the market, people will go for Clermont first instead of your Elta 5-bedroom. That's the only obstacle that Elta will have lah for this 5-bedroom. So we've come to the end.
That's about it.
Okay, of this series of Hear Me Out. 讲重点. Yeah. Okay, so of course, if you like how we analyze projects, if you want to stay updated and get a first-hand info of any bounce-out units or even Ori, the launches that you are interested in, let us know, or even scan this QR code right now, because what we'll do is to keep you updated on Singapore's properties market.
Right.
Alright, and if you like our channel over here, Hear Me Out, 讲重点的话, help us, please click on the 小红心, like, subscribe, and share to your friends and families. Thanks again for watching. I'm Jay.
I'm Charlene.
And we see you soon. Bye.
Bye.